Hiding the mouth or the eyes. Many times when people begin to become deceptive, there's part of them that's a little bit ashamed. They'll cover the mouth, they'll cover the nose, they'll cover the eyes. Now let me think about that. Oh, you ever see these gestures? Right? I'm sitting here and I'm like, where were you last night? My daughter, I told you to stop seeing my daughter. I went by your house, I saw her car out front. You weren't there. I know because I looked. Where were you? Let me think. And inside I'm going, oh shit. Let me think. Right? Or maybe you'll get this. Where was I last night? You see how it all starts to jump out at you? Right? But if you're focused on the story, you'll miss the visuals. If you're focusing on the truth, you'll fill in all the gaps. Your rational lying brain, your neocortex, will create a plausible rationale to confirm the true parts. Right? Now, if you're already predisposed that this is a lying son of a bitch in front of me, then it doesn't matter what he says. You've already made your decision. Your perceptual filters will shift, and nothing he says will be true. That doesn't help either. Understand? Your goal when you engage in the act of tracking down or invoking deception behaviors is to find out if they're being deceptive, which means by definition you're not convinced either way yet. The same thing happens when we do kinesiology and body testing. I stopped doing kinesiology. I'm a big believer in energetics and vibration and stuff like that. In fact, we have a whole breakout on it this weekend on speed healing and energy hypnosis and things like that. But I stopped doing kinesic testing or kinesiology testing a long time ago because there's too many ways to bias the test. Too many. It's not reliable because if you want it to work in a certain way, you'll overwrite what their nervous system does. You'll just overwrite it. And there's many ways to screw with that. So it's not even, as a self-test, you have to really separate what you want to be true from real intuition, which is another big thing that we have. A lot of people in the hypnosis field are also intuitives. And sometimes they're right and sometimes they're wrong because they haven't separated out wishful thinking from actual intuition. They're actually in different spatial locations mediated by the proprioceptive nervous system. Throat clearing. You get somebody, you ask them a question, and the next thing that happens is, let me see. How many clusters is that, by the way? There's at least 2 there, right? Right? I clear my throat, I looked away, I touched my face. Now what has to happen? I repeat their freaking question, or I bring God into it. Whenever they bring God into it, they're probably lying. That is actually true, by the way. We're actually taught that in our kinesic interview and interrogation class. Anytime they start bringing God, Allah, the Bible into it, red flags should go up. Okay? Doesn't mean they're lying, but it's a high probability that they're getting ready to.